Well, it's the weekend. I had to work this morning on Saturday for a couple hours, so you know what it is. It's time to go camping. What we're gonna do today, we're gonna go and take out some of the Southwest Minnesota state parks in that state park passport book challenge thingy. Obviously, we already camped at Blue Mountain State Park in Chautauqua, so I just got to drive to the gate, stamp it, and we're done with that one. But for the other three, we're going to go and just do a drive-through at Camden and also Killen Woods State Park. We'll drive through the park still, look to check it out. And if there's anything worth stopping, looking at, and filming, we'll film it. If not, we'll drive through the park, get back to the front gate, stamp it, and head on our way. And then we'll go on to the next one. Tonight we're going to camp at Split Rock Creek State Park. It's just a little small park. We'll get more information once we get the little map. It has a good description of the whole thing. I know there's a little lake there. Be good to jump in there. Hopefully there's a beach there maybe. Who knows? Depends what time we get there. Then here's a funny one. Also, we have to go across the state line into South Dakota. When Sam and I went out to the Black Hills last month, I bought a couple scratch tickets on the way there, thinking I was going to scratch them off at the wall, but we were just exhausted and fell asleep. So we got home, scratched them off, and I won $50. So you gotta go drive all the way back there to go and scratch them off, or win them, to claim them anyway. So, well, we'll go across to find a little town, a gas station, claim it, and then head to our parks. That's how I chose the destination of those parks in Southwest Minnesota. So let's hit the road. It's about 2 hours to the South Dakota line, and we'll see you there. Boom, official. All right, we are in Killen Woods. We're north or south of Windham, I believe it is. Looks like it's along the Des Moines River. We got some oak savannas, a couple different prairie spots that look pretty decent. We go through the campground here. There's not much really to this park. There's one day use area, and then there's the campground. They have a couple cart-in sites. On the Des Moines River, I see that there is a one or two paddle-in sites, which would be pretty cool. But let's go check out the campground, see if there's anything exciting going on here. So far, they all look like they're all like private type spots where they got at least like some grass, weeds, and trees or shrubs in between each one of you. You and your neighbors. So you have a little bit of privacy, which is a good thing. These couple sites, you got a view over Big Valley. It's not full this weekend, maybe because it's 80 some plus degrees, 90 degrees yesterday. Might have a big deal to it. Pretty sure I'll find a spot that's got some shade and should be all right. I like these two spots. But, oh, there's a spot to hang the hammock. What is that? It's two trees that border those two sites, 11 and 12. So I don't know if you're able to do that or not, considering one tree's on one spot, one's on the other. But that's pretty much all that's here. That's only one part of the campground. It looks like that's more of the non-electric tent sites, but all the people that are here in the electric sites, we're not going to record through here, but well, that's Killen Woods State Park. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to it. A little bit of camping, but enough to get away if you need to. They did say that the ranger station is not manned all the time. They do have a few hours where there's actually somebody there. Just check their website. What else? Oh yeah, there's some trails here. Most of them are only like a half mile long. They all continue or connect into other ones, and I think there's one that's along the river and such. So you get a little bit of traveling on by foot, but not a whole lot. So that's it for that state park. Next state park is Blue Mountain State Park. This one, obviously, we don't even need to drive through. We're just gonna go to the front gate, get the stamp, and head on. All right, this place looks familiar. Blue Mountain State Park. wonder where the bison are today. If they're gonna be anywhere close, I don't know. They do have, oh, I forgot, they do have a safari tram that you can ride to go out. They take you out in the big prairie where they store, or not store, where they graze all the bison. Not seeing any at the top of my head, or right now. But we'll stop, we'll drive up to the viewing area, and then we will come back and get the stamp. More than likely, they're going to be way at the far south end, just like they were the last time I was here. Which would be a bummer. It'd be nice to see the bison again. I think, if I remember right, there's an observation tower up here. I think I see him way out there. I don't know if my phone will be able to zoom out far enough to see him or not. Yeah, this was a pretty cool campground. I liked it. It was nice and quiet. People weren't allowed that long. They used to have some teepee sites, but I don't even see them anywhere. Oh, wait, the bison are right here. Alright, we're going to go turn around. We got to go see some bison. Couldn't ask for perfect timing on this one. We're going to go out to the bison viewing deck. It's very, very, very short little walk from the little parking spot. But we're going to go check it out. But people are up here, so. There's the tram. Now here's the bison. But there's a bunch of people up here on the observation tower, so we'll record, but we won't go and talk. Alright, now to make this official. Blue Mounds in the book. Alright, now it's time for the state mandated rehydration break as required by state law, no matter what state you're in. We're in Laverne, Minnesota. We're at Take 16 Brewing Company. I was here last year and they had a band out here. And this place is packed. So everybody's probably inside because it's so damn hot, which is fine. But we're going to go and have one. They have really great beer if you like craft beer. So we'll go try one and then we'll keep hitting the road. Alright, we have made it to Split Rock Creek State Park. Now I can say I've been to both Split Rock parks. Obviously with the lighthouse. But let's make this official. Let's go and get the stamp of approval. And of course we'll grab a map. So we got a trail map. Because I know there's 2 miles worth of trails for the hiking club trail. But let's go get her done. Okay. Bam. Done. Officially here. Alright. We're now heading into the campground. We are Site E, which is all the way back the far end. It's a nice shaded spot. Might be able to hang my day hammock, hopefully. But this looks pretty nice so far. And we only got in here to the first couple sites. Don't know if I gained any new neighbors, but when I was registering the other day, it was interesting. There was like 5 or 6 sites open. And when I finally got registered, there was 2 other sites besides mine that got reserved also. So it's a good thing I did it when I did, because I was on a bed. It might be all completely full tonight. So we'll see you at camp. All right, we got camp all set up. It's time for a walkthrough. Water hydrant right there. That's really nice. On the other side of that white vehicle is the outhouse. We'll go tour that. That is actually really, really nice and clean. Playground for the kids. I am in Site E. This is a nice and level site for the truck tent. The neighbor is right over there, not terribly bad. There is some brush and stuff in between, sort of like this. This road goes back to the carton site. This tree here and that tree that strap is on, I would be able to hang my hammock. It might be a little bit far of a stretch, but it would work. Otherwise, I'd have to use one of those two trees there. But then I have to contend with that little bush. But the truck tent is all set up. Windows are open. Spreader, little pool noodle things are out. Don't think we're gonna need the door closed again tonight. It's supposed to get down in the 60s, I believe. Got my little fan. Probably won't even use a blanket or a shirt. Got a citronella candle. Mosquito coil. Nice fire ring. Don't think anybody's been in it. There's a big spider web in it. Picnic table, chair, table. And I'm finally able to go and use my little day hammock. I seen the two trees on the website picture, and they were legit. So perfect would be laying that for a little bit. Actually, I have a bug net for that thing. Since it's warm, I probably could actually sleep it overnight. But let's go and get some supper made and get going with that before it gets too dark. And mosquitoes are coming out a little bit, not terribly bad, so that's why we got everything all lit up. So we should be fogging everything out with coils. Haven't had to bake out the big boy yet, the thermocell. Sounds like maybe across the pond or somewhere back that direction there might be a dog kennel. There's all kinds of little dogs barking. Some other reason, I don't know why, I smell like a septic tank coming from that direction, which is the lake. And it looks like the trail is right on the backside of right inside our campsite. So sweet, we'll check that out in the morning when it's nice and cool. It's a 2.5 mile loop, so we'll do it and we'll go listen to some birds. All right, tent is set up, hammock set up, camp is set up. You know what that means. It's time for step 2, but gotta have non-alcoholic beverage state park rules. So we are going to go with something I never had before. We're going to go with a Dr. Pepper creamy coconut. Yeah, no idea if this is any good or not. So I guess we're going to find out. Cheers. Interesting. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Definitely taste the coconut. Can't really taste the Dr. Pepper at all. But it's still pretty good. Be really refreshing. It was ice cold. But let's get some supper made. Alright, what are we having for supper tonight? Well, it's going to be sort of like a goulash type thing. I have no idea. We're basically throwing crap together. So we're going to just go do some elbow macaroni, boil them, get the noodles soft, strain them out, throw in some tomato spaghetti sauce, add some mushrooms, and then I also have some meatballs in the cooler. We'll get them all mixed up, warmed up, and then add the elbow mac back in there, and then we'll put I have a layer of mozzarella and cheddar cheese. We'll put that over top, put it on really low, and put the lid on this pot, and see if we can melt the top of it a little bit, whatever, and make some type of a casserole. So whatever you want to call it, meatball, goulash, I don't know. See how it turns out. I can't wait to see it. This should be pretty good. Something different for once besides burgers on the fire for supper and our normal stuff that we have for camping. Tomorrow's gonna be another treat. Something brand new as well. Alright, the noodles are done. They're in the colander over there. So we added in the meatballs, the mushrooms, and the tomato sauce. We're gonna stir that around, get that all warmed up nice, and then we'll add the noodles back. And then stir that up, and then we'll add the shredded cheese. All right, now we're going to add the noodles back in, get them stirred in. Remember, this is gourmet. This is strictly by a recipe that nobody made up ever. This will be hard to duplicate and replicate, so take close notes. All right, now for the best part, adding the cheese. All I did was just took some mozzie and cheddar out of the 2 bags at home and just mixed it together. Yeah, you can buy it mixed already, but what fun would that be? Plus I didn't have any. All right, we'll turn the heat down really low and we're gonna cover it. See if we can melt the cheese. All right, it's been maybe 5 minutes at the most, but I can hear it bubbling inside, so I don't want to totally scorch everything to the pot. I don't think it would, but let's see how much of the cheese actually melted. Not too bad. It's got a little gooey on the top, which would be perfect. But while it sits here, we'll definitely go and put the lid back on, and the heat inside it will melt it more. But let's get scooping out. This looks delicious. Look at that cheese. Wow. Nice. All right. First things first. Add some Parmesan. All right, here we go. Let's try a meatball right away. See how well they got cooked. Oh yeah, that'll work. Not too bad. Like I said, basically goulash with meatballs. But not too bad. This will work. Something different for a change. Well, I suppose time to put some of this crap away. Holy hell, there are a ton of just regular flies, like house flies. They are literally all over. So maybe get by the fire and layer a little bit. Save the smoke, will smoke them out. Maybe move some candles and citronella. I don't know if that'd even help. I'm even downwind from that bucket and that one on the coil on the bench. But maybe we go down by the lake. Looks like there's an opening over there. I don't know. Let's go do maybe a little exploring. It actually is pretty nice out. It's not like super blazing hot like it was before. Alright, this may be the weirdest video you've ever seen, but porta pot. Outhouse, actually. They have a solar motion light for the outside. I don't know if it's for the inside as well, but this thing smells immaculate. There's a string with a weight to keep the door shut. Hand sanitizer. No idea why I need a mirror and a shelf, but this thing smells great. So whoever is the park host, I'm sure is in charge of cleaning these things, did an awesome job. Hands down, probably the best ones ever. Here's your the main thing to do. Make sure you close the lid. Otherwise, guess where the smell comes? Into here, if you have the lid open. But 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend this one. Good morning. Holy cow, I was asleep. I wouldn't say it got chilly, it got comfortable. It got down to 62 degrees last night. About an hour or two ago, I think it was, when I finally had to go and cover up. And I had to turn the fan off. So that was some beautiful sleep. But I think a little bit later, we'll try to go back to sleep now. Then we get up, we'll hike that trail for the hiking club, the 2.5. Then come back, we'll make some breakfast, hang out a little bit, and then we'll continue on and head to Pipestone. Go back to the National Monument. And we'll go check out, see if we can get into the nature center thing. I want to go see the stuff that's inside. Those artifacts and stuff have to be pretty amazing. Interesting to see. And then we'll check out Camden State Park, get our stamp at Chautauqua, and head to Hadley, Minnesota for some Buttermaker Baseball. Alright, let's go walk this hiking trail club trail. They have the arrows pointing that way. I don't know if they want you to do it in a certain way or not. Like this way would be counterclockwise, but I'm going to go along the lake first this morning. Get some good morning shots of the lake. Go by the campground. We'll be right close to some of it. So this is the best time of the day for campgrounds because of the smells of breakfast. It's delicious. I can smell some already. Well, let's go see what this trail is all about. 2.5 miles. Shouldn't take long. Should be fairly flat. That's Split Rock Creek State Park. They also do have canoe rentals and kayak rentals. They also have a boat ramp. Looks like you can use your normal motor. You just have to go under 10 miles an hour. Alright, came to a day use. I think the swimming area also there's a life buoy preserver. Little sand volleyball court. Swimming trail goes across here. Keeps on going along the lake. Like I said, I'm doing this backwards. All the signs, directional signs, have been facing the other direction. But let's go check out the beach. Well, we're at the beach. I think if the wind is from the southeast, I think that's what direction's coming from. Or if the wind is blowing in, I don't think you want to swim here. All of the green algae is blowing this way. You'd come out looking like the Incredible Hulk. But otherwise, I bet it's probably pretty decent if it's blowing the other direction. Looks like we got probably some pelicans out there. Let's see if we can zoom in on them. There they go. There they are. And we might get a little closer if we keep on going around. The lake has the dam. Should be up here a little bit, not too much further. Nice fishing dock, or pier, whichever you would call it. Over there's the dam, obviously. I think that map says closed. I don't know if you go across that bridge. Now I can see caution tape on it. That's okay. Let's go up to where that bench is. But right down here is the deepest part of the lake. It's supposed to be 16 feet deep, which is nice. He put the fishing pier in the deep spot. Let's go see if we can sneak over here. You can see carp surfacing. They're gasping up for air. They're gonna move as soon as I get close, I know. They're right behind that bottom middle board. Oh, there he went. There was two of them. I can hear the vibration from my steps, I guarantee. Oh, he's still there. Comes another one. was seeing them all night last night when we were on that other dock by our camp. It's just carp. Oh, there's another one. There you go. There you are. Looks pretty decent size. There's the old bridge. Looks like it's been restored. A lot of tuck work and stuff. I'll get up here and get a better angle at it. On that bank over there, you can see a bunch of the pink quartzite. Must be predominant in this area. So that's all the way down Blue Mountains, down by Laverne. This dam was built in 1936. A lot of rabbits in this area, holy mackerel. Oh, can't go across the bridge. Don't know if it's structurally unsafe or what, but restricted area, do not trespass. Alright, we won't go down there all the way, but here's the dam. The river must be definitely low as it's not even flowing over. Just a small little trickle. You still would think there'd been somewhat of water coming across, being the streams all coming in, but don't know. Here's a better angle of that bridge. It's pretty cool. Before this park was created, the people in this area wanted to go and preserve what they called Prairie Hill. I'm assuming this is Prairie Hill, because when I drove in, the whole entire left side of the lane coming back to the campground was all native prairie. It's actually looking pretty decent. I heard we got some little brushy stuff in here. Generally, they're just gonna want to leave it, or it's part of their plan. I don't know. Or how much prairie burning they do. I don't know either. Be really easy with all the trails and stuff in here to burn it. But we'll get to the top. I don't know what this building is up here. There is power going out to it. So I don't know if it's like a well house back in the day or what. I don't know. Something big was just in there. I don't know if there's a deer. We'll check out the backside. Yep. Ran across over to the other side right behind that LP tank. I figured there would have to be some in here. But let's keep on checking out this prairie. Oh, I don't know what this is. It was just a warming house for sledding, maybe? I don't know. It's not locked. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah, definitely a warming house for sledding. Got a wood stove in here. Don't know what's in there. It's all locked up. It's all made out of the natural rock from this area. This is actually pretty cool. Definitely feel good to get a little fire going on a sledding hill day. Now for the good times. Coming up on the backside of the campground. Not too far in from the trail. Wonder what people make for breakfast. If they're even making it outside. I don't see hardly anybody outside. Hopefully it's bacon and eggs. Because who doesn't like bacon and eggs? There he is. The cardinal. And there he goes. Hey, I can see him. I can't see him in the camera though. Hey, he just flew away. There might be two of them. Alright, there's one little spur trail that goes north off from the main hiking trail. And we come to the little town. I cannot think the name of it. It's a very short little name. Starts with the I or letter A. I'll add it below. But I'm assuming this is Split Rock Creek. Obviously it goes into the reservoir. So I'm assuming that's the guess name of the creek. If it is different, I will let that. I'll go and change it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually one that's maintained. It's a mallard nest duck nesting structure. I made a bunch of those when I worked for Worth County. And after I left, they didn't get kept care of anymore. Hopefully they're still up. Just need to add the grass. Windy old little creek. Or river, which you ever wish to call it. Maybe pretty neat bringing the kayaks, put in at the lake, and keep paddling upriver. Don't know if the current's strong or not, but can't be terribly bad. All right, getting back to camp now. That was a good 2.5 mile loop. It's all really flat. There's one little hill, like I said, going up to the Prairie Hill. This breeze feels great. I can keep doing this all day long. It's supposed to get up to 86 today. It's 73 right now. But we're gonna get back to the truck, the campsite. We're gonna go get some breakfast made. We're gonna go take down the tent, the hammock, and then we're gonna go take a shower at the shower facilities, which I'm sure is gonna be immaculate considering their outhouse vault toilets are freaking amazing. And then we're gonna head to Pipestone and Camden, Lake Chautauqua, and then some Hadley Buttermakers Baseball. I can't wait. That's actually pretty fun, actually. All right, it's breakfast time. Here in front of me is everything you need for an epic breakfast. But Shane, wait, you said you need to have bacon and eggs for epic breakfast. That is very true. That's the number one epic breakfast. Number two, epic breakfast, pancakes. Who the hell doesn't love pancakes? So, had to get the Kodiak one. These are still really good. They also have, normally there's a yellow container one that's, I think it's Bisquick. But we're gonna go do some pancakes today. And of course, when you do pancakes, you have, on camping, you have to have real maple syrup. But first things first, coffee. Time to get some coffee. All right, these type of pancakes are really easy. They're really nice. They're very, very convenient for camping. Basically, what you do is you put in 1 cup of water into this thing, or whatever the instructions say, and you shake it really, really good. These ones are gonna be a little bit thick. These are usually a protein power cake, so it might be a little bit thicker than your Biscuit ones. But get your stove ready. Put on some no spray spray on. Air fired up. Let it heat up just a little bit. Shouldn't take long. And all you do is just squirt it out. Very simple. That's it, just like regular pancakes, boom. Then after flipping, that's it. One done. Pretty easy. Very well, little cleanup, other than you need a measuring cup for the water. And I probably should have went and sprayed a little spray on this one, but oh well, it'll work out. Kids will love it. You could add blueberries, you could add chocolate chips, whatever they wish. Pancakes with real maple syrup. Let's check it out. Not too bad. It's good to mix it up a little bit besides bacon and eggs and breakfast burritos and other stuff with eggs and bacon and sausage. But cheers. All right, camp's all tore down. Did a walk through. There's no litter anywhere. So we are set to go. It's a pretty good spot. If I came back here to camp again, I definitely would take this spot for sure. Not any traffic at all. There's nobody back at those carton sites. It's actually a couple other spots that were open last night yet too, so I'm surprised on that, but maybe they don't get the pressure that everybody does. But with that, we're gonna go check out that shower house and get a shower, and let's hit the road. Alright, we just pulled into Camden State Park. You can see on the GPS when I drove by, there's a pretty decent sized lake. There's another entrance that looks like back there for the lake part. But this is the main park, so we gotta go here first. So obviously we gotta get our stamp and we're gonna get the park map. Time to make it official. Camden. Perfect. Alright, just reading the map a little bit about this park. It sounds like there could be some steep trails in this area along the Redwood River Valley. Sounds pretty cool. Might be worth definitely coming back for this one. Actually camp and stuff. There's an upper campground, there's a lower campground. The Camden History Trail, which would be interesting. You don't know what history you'd be learning along that trail. There's quite a few trails actually in the park besides the two I just mentioned. But we're gonna go check this all out. We'll do a drive-through at least. More like that's all we have time for, is just a quick drive-through. So if I see anything really neat, we'll stop and shoot it. This is gonna be the craziest thing you've ever seen. This is a live tree trunk that broke off yesterday. Landed on this pop-up camper. There was a guy sleeping in there. So we're trapped him underneath, but not pinned him underneath at all. They got him out, they took him into the hospital just in case. And it sounds like he's okay. But there's no wind, no nothing. The tree just fell. That's nuts. Not even a widowmaker. Alright, that concludes Camden State Park. I didn't do any recording. I didn't do any recording in the upper campground. A lot of it's more open, a lot less shade than the lower one. So if you're wanting to come here and camp, I would definitely go and try to get the lower campground sites. Most of those are all shaded. It's not as private as like a lot of state parks. It's pretty much open, but there's trees there, but you don't have like the brush and grass and shrubs in between each site, dividing each site into individual spots. But it's still well worth it. Redwood Falls River, or Redwood River, is actually a designated trout stream. Be interesting. I don't know if they stock it or not, or how many trout are actually in it, but it looks like a pretty good stream, even just to go do some creek stomping. Maybe look for some arrowheads and such, or agates, or even see how much trout is actually there. There was one swimming hole that's down there. I don't know if they have it dammed up or what. I didn't go up there because there's some people swimming. That would sort of be creepy, rude. So that'd be another thing you gotta have to do here. So now we're gonna head to Lake Chautauqua and just get that stamp. We've already been there. The video's on that from last year. Lake Chautauqua. It's official.
Now here, managers Meyer Dennis starting lineup for today's game. Leading off at shortstop, number 3, T. Meyer. Batting second, at second base, number 25, Derek Kleiss. Batting third, and first base, number 1-2, Max Swart. Batting cleanup, your catcher, number 18, Jacob Olson. Batting fifth and DHing today for the Buttermakers, number 14, Crew Schneider. He'll be batting for today's Buttermakers starting pitcher, number 27, Tucker Sorensen. Batting 6 and in center field, number 7, Austin Earlbeck. Batting 7 at third base, number 28, Abe Paulzine. Batting 8 and in left field, number 46, Bryce Arndt. And batting 9th in right field, number 6, Alex Peterson.
All right, Hadley Buttermakers win 13-2 in 7 innings. That's kind of interesting. They had a really good pitcher. Catcher has a freaking cannon of an arm. It's a pretty good time. Obviously, I didn't know anybody there whatsoever, or the players. Looked like they ranged from kids that almost like graduated just last year. There's a couple that are pretty young. Then there's some that look like the dang near could be 35 years old. So I think the name of this is the Minnesota Amateur Baseball League, is what it is. I know they have like a state tournament with the different regions and all that stuff. Because I follow them on Facebook. The team has a fan page and stuff. But well, we got a 2.5 hour ride home. Gotta get crap put away. I'm sure my grass is like a mile long, like it was last weekend. So no idea when the next adventure is. Hopefully, probably in 2 weekends. It's gonna be another fun-filled hot week at work again. But thanks for tuning in. As always, live life, double in fear, or you're gonna miss it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.